All right, let's just jump right in, because this is something that I think a lot of us are feeling. We're going to talk about modern love, and that nagging feeling that something's just off.
I mean, have you ever been out there dating and you just get this feeling that something isn't quite clicking? Well, let me tell you, you are not alone. It's like there's this huge shift happening under the surface, but it's so hard to put your finger on what it is. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and really look at the hidden dynamics that are at play here.
Okay, so what it really boils down to is this. A lot of the friction, that confusion we're all feeling, it's because we've got two completely different models of love crashing into each other. You've got Love 1.0, the traditional way, and then you have this new thing, Love 2.0, that's emerging. Let's break them down.
So on one hand, you've got Love 1.0. You know the story, right? It's the classic model. You meet the one, you start a family, you stick together forever. It was the bedrock of society, really built around structure and, frankly, survival. But then you've got Love 2.0, and this is a totally different ballgame. The name of the game here is personal freedom, what you could call sovereignty. Our priorities have totally shifted. Now it's about self-discovery, our careers, our own personal journey.
And this chart, it shows the shift perfectly. Think about where our energy goes. In that old Love 1.0 world, maybe 80% of your life force went into the couple, into building that shared unit. But now in Love 2.0, it's way closer to a 50-50 split. We're just not built to sacrifice everything for the relationship anymore. We're also fiercely protective of our own growth, our own path. And that right there changes everything. And this leads us straight into something we can call the sovereignty dilemma. This is that gut-level conflict that so many of us feel the second we start to get really close to somebody.
So picture this. It usually goes something like this, right? You're doing your thing, you're independent, you're in your flow. Then, bam, you meet someone amazing, a real contender. And as you get closer, you start to feel them, their energy, their influence. It starts to weave into your life. And then, right on schedule, the fear pops up. That little voice that says, uh-oh, am I about to lose the freedom I love so much?
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Suddenly, you have another source of power to which you become accountable. It's not just about, deciding which movie to watch. It's about being accountable to a whole other person's energy field, their needs, their dreams. Your life isn't just 100% yours anymore. And that can feel, kind of terrifying. And this is the moment of the clash. Your personal agenda, your desire to just up and book a trip to Nepal or take that job offer across the country, it slams right into the coupling agenda. And that agenda needs stability. It needs planning. It needs you to think about someone else. And those two things don't always play nice.
So what happens? Well, because of that fear, this little protective mechanism inside you can just activate. And listen, this isn't you being broken or flawed. It's a smart part of you, built from all your past experiences, that's saying, hey, remember what happened last time? Let's just be careful here. And that can lead us to, without even realizing it, sabotage a really good connection, just to protect that sense of freedom.
Okay, so that's the problem, right? It feels like a real mess. But what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely wrong? What if there's a different way to see it? This is where we get to introduce a really powerful, game-changing idea. It's called relationship sequencing.
So what is relationship sequencing? It's basically the idea that our lives are meant to evolve through a series of different relationships. And here's the key. Instead of seeing a breakup as a failure, this model sees it as a completion, a natural cycle that has finished. Every single connection, whether it was for 3 months or a decade, had a specific job to do in your personal growth.
So your life could actually look something like this timeline. Maybe you have your first big relationship and you learn a ton about what partnership even is. Then it ends, and you go into what we call a free flow period. This is where you get your sense of self back, you reclaim your freedom, you process everything. Then you're ready for another relationship, maybe one that goes even deeper. And so it goes. It's this beautiful rhythm of connecting and then pulling back to grow.
Look, this is a huge mindset shift. It really is. The old way, the traditional model, the goal was the one, period. So any ending felt like a massive personal failure. But with the sequencing model, you kind of throw out that old playbook. The goal isn't the one, it's growth from every connection. An ending isn't a failure, it's just the end of a chapter. The focus shifts completely from just how long did it last to how deep did we go and what did I learn?
All right, so this is all great in theory, but how do we actually use this new map in our real lives? Well, it all starts with one major shift.
moving away from blame and frustration and moving toward a place of genuine, radical curiosity.
So first things first, you gotta stop the blame game. This isn't about what you did wrong or what they did wrong. Honestly, it's a huge trend happening to all of us. Instead, just start to watch yourself. Notice that inner tug of war between I want freedom and I want connection. And when that protective, sabotagey part of you shows up, don't beat yourself up. Just get curious, ask it, hey, what are you trying to protect me from right now? And then ask the really big question, what is my spirit, my deepest self, really asking of my life at this moment?
And really, if you take away just one single thing from all of this, let it be this. A relationship ending does not mean something is wrong with you. It simply means that a natural cycle, a specific learning sequence in your life's journey, has been fulfilled. That's it.
So I'm going to leave you with this question, and I want you to really sit with it. Forget what society or your parents or anyone else says you should want. Just for a second, imagine yourself 20 years from now. What kind of partnership model truly, deeply excites you? Is it that traditional, cozy, stable home, or is it a life of adventurous, evolving sequences? Look, there's no wrong answer here, but getting honest about what truly lights you up, well, that's the first real step to finding your way in this whole new world of modern love.